Hello and welcome to Weekly Wisdom. My name is Mark Van Buren, and today I'd like to talk about having a realistic view on life. A lot of times our suffering comes from having unrealistic views and expectations of life. One example is, life is supposed to make me happy, or I'm supposed to feel good all the time, or situations and things are supposed to be permanent and last forever. So we have these views that really don't match up with the reality of life. Now in Buddhism, there's something called the 3 marks of existence. And I think that the 3 marks, these teachings, and they're not even teachings, they're just facts of our existence, really line us up with reality in a realistic way that really can help us get through life a lot easier and more peacefully. So the first mark of existence is impermanence. Everything is impermanent. Everything is changing. Nothing can stay the same. So if you want permanence in your life, permanent security, permanent happiness, permanent anything, you're not going to get it. And you're going to have a lot of suffering because you're not in line with the truth that everything changes. So understanding impermanence is so important, because if you just understand that things are impermanent and always changing, you don't try to hold on to happiness. You don't try to grasp pleasure, because you know the very nature of these things is to pass. Also, you don't try to avoid discomfort or pain or uncertainty, because you know that's the situation, and that sometimes, being in a human body, we're going to experience pain and discomfort. And that's okay. Again, we always have the tools to deal with these things. Now, if you want to believe that you're not supposed to feel pain, that you're not supposed to get sick, that youth will last forever, and all of these, airy-fairy kind of beliefs about reality, you're going to be very unhappy. Now there's a meditation master, Ajahn Chah, and he used to tell a story of 2 men and a duck. One man wanted the duck to be a chicken. And every day he was just getting upset. Why isn't this duck like a chicken? Why isn't it white? Why isn't it, clucking? Why is it quacking? I want this duck to be a chicken. And this man was very upset about that. The other man, on the other hand, knew that a duck is a duck. Chicken is a chicken, no problem. Now what does this story mean? Again, it's a realistic view on life. If you just understand the way life is, then you're not like that man who thinks a duck should be a chicken, because a duck is a duck and a chicken is a chicken. So it's having this realistic view so that you can better live your life and live in line with the basic truths of this existence. So the first mark of existence is impermanence. The second mark is suffering. That, hey, suffering is going to be part of life. Or rather, pain and discomfort is going to be part of life. We talked about this in a previous video. You can't escape from the pains and discomforts of life. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not failing. You're not a horrible person if you have some anxiety or depression, or if you're feeling upset over something, or if you're in pain, if you have a disease, or even if you're on your deathbed dying. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the situation. This is just part of this thing that we call life. And the third mark of existence is interconnectedness. That we're not this solid, separate thing, isolated in an empty universe, but we're actually so interconnected in an intimate way with everybody and everything. And really, our meditation practice is aligning ourselves with these 3 truths. So as you sit in meditation, you notice the impermanent nature of the things you're experiencing. The breath. You can't hold an inhale forever. You can't have an exhale forever. You have to have both. Each breath is impermanence in action. There's thoughts coming and going, sounds, sensations in the body. So you start to see, wow, everything is impermanent. States of mind that I don't like don't last forever. Feelings that feel good don't last forever. And again, you just start to create that equanimity. You start to have peace whether you feel good or whether you feel bad. You embrace good times when it's there, and you embrace bad times as well, because you have that idea, and you have the understanding of impermanence. And also, as you're meditating, you start to see that we have discomfort and that we do have suffering and that our mind creates suffering, and you learn how to free yourself from all that unnecessary suffering. And finally, we start to realize as our practice deepens more and more our interconnected nature. And you may have glimpses of this, you may have experiences of it, although that's not necessarily the purpose of meditation. It definitely helps live your life. If you can get a glimpse of interconnectedness, if you can have an experience of oneness with all things, you're going to view everything and everybody very differently. So remember these 3 marks of existence: impermanence, suffering, and interconnectedness. And this week, see if you can try to align yourself with these 3 marks and see reality from this realistic perspective, and just see what happens. So thank you all for watching today. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.